This is MVP Episode 2.
Here we go.
Golf is a fun game, and it's even more fun if you win $22 million during the course of the season.
I mean, it's not bad.
Wouldn't you say?
I would love if someone paid me $22 million to win. Like, what if it was me and you, and the winner got $22 million?
If the match that we were playing was for $22 million.
Oh my God.
Well, someone did win $22 million during the 2015 PGA season. His name is Jordan Spieth.
He's a good player.
He had one of the greatest PGA seasons of all time.
How old is he?
He's 22, so he has $1 million from this season for each year he's been on this earth.
I can't
absolutely.
He won
season.
2 majors.
Yep.
And then how many other tournaments?
3 other tournaments, so 5 total tournaments.
Surprisingly, in the FedEx Cup, he missed 2 cuts. The first 2 tournaments, he missed the cut.
Right. So
and he still had enough points.
Yeah.
To make it into those final 2 tournaments.
The overall bullet points of the season: wins the Masters,
mm-hmm.
his first major title. Then he comes out and wins the U.S. Open.
Yes.
So he's won the first 2 majors.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah. At this point, he had also won the Valspar Championship, so he has 3 tournaments won at this point of the season.
Yeah.
So now all the focus is turning to the Open Championship. And the week before, he wins the John Deere. So that's now his 4th win of the season.
Oh, yeah.
And now he goes to the Open Championship with the Grand Slam alive opportunity. Yeah. And he comes in a tie for 4th, 1 shot out of that playoff. If you remember.
That's right, yeah.
He finished 1 shot out of the playoff. He almost made a putt from off the green to get into the playoff. So he misses that.
Oh, that would have been unreal.
So now he's got. So at this point, he's got 4 wins. 2 of them are majors, and he almost got into a playoff to win his 3rd major.
And he's 22 years old.
22 years old. His level of play went down a little bit as the summer progressed, but he still came in 2nd at the PGA Championship. Jason Day.
Okay, yeah.
And then his play, as you talked about, in the first 2 events of the FedEx Cup, the first 2 playoff events, he missed the cut.
Now, coming into the FedEx Cup, where was he ranked?
He was number 1. He was number 1 by far.
Because Rory won 1 major.
Not this year.
This year he didn't win any.
No.
So who won the other 2 majors?
Zach Johnson won the Open Championship, and Jason Day won the PGA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
clear cut leader in points.
Right. He was clear cut leader in points. So he could afford to miss those first 2 cuts of those first 2 playoff events, the Barclays, and then.
Didn't Rory also decide not to play?
He didn't even play in the first one
because he had that many points.
Yeah. And that's a decision that players can make when you've got that many points and you're that high up the leaderboard. Because the whole point of it is to get into that top 30 for the last event for the Tour Championship.
Just qualify. Yeah, just be in the top 30.
If you're in the top 30, you're in the Tour Championship. But the other big key, and it's been magnified the last 6 years, is being in the top 5 of the FedEx Cup points heading into the Tour Championship. Because if you're in the top 5, you win the Tour Championship, you automatically
whoever wins. If you're in the top 5,
you'll automatically be the FedEx Cup champion.
Yeah.
And that's $10 million. That's a $10 million bonus. Yeah.
Clink
to that.
That would be unreal.
Right. In the last 6 years.
How nervous would you be playing for $10 million?
I'm nervous playing for $1 a hole, playing skins $1 a hole. So, I mean, the winner of the Tour Championship the last 6 years has won the FedEx Cup. Not all 6 of those guys were in the top 5, but the last couple of years it has been the case. Like Spieth was number 2 heading into this week. Day overtook him in the points.
Yeah,
but again, Spieth
was unreal down the stretch too.
And that's the other amazing thing about this season is how good Spieth was. Yeah, he was great, but Day was almost as good. I mean,
Day just didn't win as many majors. And
I think Day won 5 tournaments, so he won as many.
He won as many tournaments, just not as many majors.
Only one major, which is crazy. Like in a normal year, Day easily would be the player of the year.
Yeah,
but it's a year where you have 2 guys who were spectacular.
They're not bad.
Not bad at all, and it's an exciting time for golf. And for golf because we got all these young guys in their 20s.
It's good for the younger generation to. You see these young guys in their early to mid 20s. Jordan Spieth, especially. I mean, he was in college for 1 year, then decided to come out. Then I don't know how old Jason Day is, but he's
27.
Okay, so he's still in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
Mid to late 20s. And then Rory can be older than
Rory's around that age.
Yeah.
Fowler's around 26, 27.
Yeah.
So Spieth's the youngest.
Spieth is the youngest, and he's probably the best at this point. And, I mean, you got kids nowadays in their late teens will just be looking up to these guys to be learning from and inspiring. So.
And there's been a lot of concern about Tiger's play and golf suffering post-Tiger, but I think as this year has shown,
life after Tiger
there is going to be
looks pretty bright
because there's a lot of exciting players. I don't know if there's going to be anyone that's going to capture the imagination quite like Tiger did, but Tiger.
There's only one Tiger.
There's only one Tiger, exactly. It's kind of like everyone wants to. There's always been that push. Who's the next Michael Jordan? There won't be another Michael Jordan. Let's just enjoy the guys who are the great players in the game.
Yeah,
it's the same thing in golf, I think.
But it's no matter what you're going to compare is. How long can Spieth keep this up for if he does this for 10 years? Where does his 10-year career, best 10 years, match up against Tiger's best 10 years? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's competition, and no matter what, we're going to compare people. So.
Right. So, again, Jordan Spieth, unbelievable season. One for the record books. Only 22, so it's going to be...
Another 3 good years, that's probably it.
There's really no telling how good this guy can be.
No.
So the other interesting topic we wanted to discuss, along with Jordan Spieth, is about his caddy, Michael Greller. Not only we'll get to the whole money thing, and I'm sure he had a pretty good year money wise, but he also has an interesting story. He first met Jordan Spieth at a U.S. amateur tournament. He was his caddy at that tournament, and they kind of just bonded and sort of just meshed well together. And then Michael Greller was actually a school teacher.
I don't know this story.
Yeah, he was a school teacher, so he obviously had a golf background and was a caddy.
Yeah.
But
so they just got randomly paired up.
Yeah, at a U.S. amateur, and they clicked. And then ultimately, once Spieth was deciding to turn pro, Greller had to make the decision:
do I quit my job as a teacher and put my hopes on the shoulders of this kid?
And he made the right decision.
I mean,
he made the right decision.
That's like making a call. Got one game in the World Series left. Who are you going to throw out there? Mm-hmm. You're putting all your chips on the line on the back of this.
Well, I'm sure he misses those summer vacations.
I bet he does. Yeah, but his winter vacation isn't that bad either. Now he's got a little more money to spend.
And that was the other thing we're trying to figure out: how much does a PGA Tour caddy get percentage wise? And there's a lot of. If you Google it, there's a lot of different pages that'll say different things.
We saw a base of about 1,000 to 1,500 a week.
Yeah.
And then...
then there's the percentage.
Plus percentage of winnings, whether you finish in the top 10, top 5, and then if you win as much as up to 10%.
Right.
So...
Yeah, it said a lot of players, if they win the tournament, will give the caddy 10% of the winnings.
Yeah. And a normal purse for a win is probably... 1.5 million, somewhere around there. Yeah, and on average.
And that's the whole purse, so that's not what the winner is getting. That's the whole...
Oh, what does the winner usually get?
I think, well, for a major tournament, I would think the total purse is probably... Or the
purse for the winner.
The winner, probably it's around $1 million, maybe more.
Okay.
But for like a John Deere Classic, I would think the winner's check is probably more like $500,000, maybe.
Yeah.
But then if what we read is true about 10%, when a pro golfer wins a tournament, they're going to give 10% to their caddy. Then you figure from the FedEx Cup bonus is $10 million, so that's $1 million right there for Greller.
Yikes.
So and Spieth made over $22 million this year.
I wonder how long it would take for the caddy, if he was still teaching, to make $1 million.
He'd be still yeah. Yeah, at least, yeah.
Where was he from?
Washington State.
Washington State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And he was caddying at Chambers Bay, which is the course that hosted the U.S. Open this year. Before he, just as like a part-time caddy during the summers. That's how he got his caddy experience, and that's where they won the U.S. Open this year.
That's incredible.
So obviously
maybe we're doing something. Maybe we should go find some.
I did a little bit of caddying in high school. My brother was the big caddy.
You could caddy for me in the last round of our tournament.
No, my brother was the big caddy of the family. But yeah, what a bold and good decision that Michael Greller made to stay on the bag, and now he's a multimillionaire.
To carry someone's bag.
Yes, and you figure, and you watched Jordan Spieth throughout an entire round, and he's very talkative with his caddy.
Yeah,
they seem to have a very good relationship, and they kind of go back and forth.
How old is Greller?
I don't know. He's probably in his 30s.
Yeah.
Probably in his 30s. So you figure Jordan's only 22. If Greller can stay in this for the long haul,
yeah, that's very
he's
true.
not going to miss teaching, and I'm sure he's not missing teaching now.
No.
So yeah, PGA season is over, but there is the President's Cup coming up in a week, so that'll be fun, and we'll keep our eyes on that. It'll be Jordan Spieth versus Jason Day. That'll be the big matchup probably. On Sunday in the singles, yeah.
Some great shots.
It's in South Korea, so that'll be fun.
I'm going.
Fun to watch. Oh, are you? Taking a flight out to South Korea. All right.
Taking off from work.
Yeah. All right. Great year, Jordan.
Well, my friend, it's been too long.